Hi everyone! Welcome back to Get Your Play Online. My name is Michelle, and today for ABC Arts and Crafts, we're going to be learning all about the letter L. And we're going to be making this lion craft together. So I hope you guys can join me today and have lots of fun and do some learning. So let's get started, and I'll show you guys what you're going to need for today's activity with me. I have some white paper, some scissors, pencil, a glue stick, some markers. I have yellow, orange, and black. And I have yellow and orange construction paper. I also have some yellow finger paint and some orange finger paint. And this part is optional, but I have cotton balls. You can use a paintbrush or whatever you have laying around. You can just use your hands if you want to. And then I've got some baby wipes here off to the side to clean up the paint with. So we are going to be making this lion craft for the letter L, and we're also going to be making a handprint lion so that my friends that are good with scissors can totally follow along with this activity, and maybe my younger friends or friends who can't really use scissors very well yet, you can still follow along and do some painting and to make your lion. So let's go ahead and get started. First, before we make our lion, we have to learn all about the letter L. And since this week is zoo animal theme week for our summer program, I thought lion would be the perfect craft to go along with the letter L. So let's go ahead and start learning all about L. I'm so excited. Let me grab my paper so we can start practicing the letter L together. So go ahead and grab your white piece of paper and a pencil. Here is our letter L. L is pretty simple. It's two straight lines, and it makes the sound L. L. If you listen for the first sound in the word lion, L, L, lion, that's the sound that letter L makes. L, L, lion. Lion starts with the letter L. So to make the letter L sound, put your tongue right behind your teeth, L, L, right on the roof of your mouth, L, L, and make the sound L for L. Great job. So let's sing our letter sound song for the letter L, and then we can start practicing writing the letter L. Ready? Here we go. Every letter makes a sound. An L says O, an L says O, an L says O. Every letter makes a sound. An L says O. Great job, guys. So grab your paper and your pencil. We are going to get started practicing writing the letter L. So I like to start and practice with my finger first before I even start writing at all. And we're going to practice making the shape for letter L. So you start at the top, straight line down, straight line across. Just like that. You don't need to pick up your pencil. Just keep your finger and your pencil right on your paper. Start at the top, straight line down, straight line across. And that's our letter L. Let's practice one more time and then we can start writing. Finger at the top, straight line down, straight line across. Great. So I'm going to use my marker so that you all can see me writing on my paper, but it's probably a good idea to practice with pencil first so you can get the hang of writing the letter L. Here we go. Let's practice writing. Start at the top, straight line down, straight line across. Great. Let's try again. straight line down, straight line across. Great job. How about one more time? Straight line down, straight line across. Awesome job. That is the letter L, my friends. Let's take a look. And I think the best letter L that I made was my first one. I'm going to circle my best letter L. I always like to circle my best letter L or whatever letter I'm working on so that I know in the future I have a reference of what it should look like. So there's my best letter L. What's your best letter that you practiced writing? Go ahead and circle it on your paper. Great job, friends. Now we know what the letter L sounds like. Now we know what the letter L looks like. Now let's make a craft for the letter L. And of course we know how to write the letter L. So let's make our craft together. We're going to do our handprint lion first, and then we will make our construction paper lion. So grab your white piece of paper and your orange and yellow paint. Grab whatever you're using to paint with. I have my cotton balls, and you can use a paintbrush too. And I've got my baby wipes over here just so I can quickly wipe my paint off, but it's a good idea to wash your hands right afterward to get all the paint off. All right, and if you are needing a little bit of help pouring your paint or getting all of these things together, definitely ask an adult for help so that you can start painting and it won't get too messy. Here we go. Back it up. All right. So I'm going to paint some yellow on my palm. I'm going to make sure there's a nice even layer on the palm of my hand. And we want it to be kind of thick because this is yellow. And so it might have a hard time showing up on our white paper. So just get a good thick layer in there. Okay, here's what I have. And we're going to put our handprint on our paper, but we want our hands to be kind of relaxed and our thumb is going to be off to the side. So if you want to maybe hold your thumb off to the side before you place your hand down like this, it'll come out really nice that way. We don't want our fingers to be all clenched together, but we don't want them like super spread out. So just relax your hand, hold your thumb out to the side, and we're going to place our hand down with our fingers pointing toward the bottom of the page. Press down your fingers, press down your palm, and then ready, peel it up. Awesome. And now the last thing we're going to do is we're going to make a head for our lion up here. So definitely either use your finger or your paintbrush, cotton ball, whatever you are using. And we're going to make a kind of a large circle up here and a neck to attach. And that will be the head for our lion. And here is our tail for our lion. You can go and fill in any spots that are kind of missing paint. Like down here, my legs are kind of sparse, so I'm just going in and filling in some gaps.
Awesome. And just smooth out any clumps, any like really heavy pieces of paint. And the last thing I'm gonna do is add some ears for my lion. Just a little dot right up here on the head. Okay, let's wash off our hands. I'm gonna use my baby wipe. Save the orange paint for later. We're gonna let our handprint dry and we will come back to it to finish once the paint has dried. All right, all clean. Let's set it off to the side and it can dry. So now we can get started on making our construction paper lion. This guy. All we need is our scissors, our glue, pencil, and our construction paper, orange and yellow. And it's going to turn into this. So first, let's take our yellow construction paper and our pencil, and we're going to draw out the letter L nice and big on our yellow construction paper. And we want our L to be nice and thick so that it can kind of support the head of our lion. So we're going to kind of draw like a thick rectangle for the first line of our L. I'm going to even make mine thicker. So here's one rectangle, and here's the second rectangle. All right, that looks good to me. I'm gonna go ahead and outline that in marker so y'all can see it a little bit easier. And don't forget to erase your extra pencil lines before we start cutting out. So I'll go ahead and outline it so everyone can see what mine looks like before we start cutting. So here's my L that I'm going to cut out. And this is going to be the body of our lion. So just erase your pencil marks. All right, now we can start cutting. If you feel like you might need some help cutting out your L, definitely ask your mom or dad or an adult to help you out, or just to watch you and make sure that you're being safe with your scissors. So we're just going to cut out our L right from the yellow paper. And it's all straight lines, so this is going to be a little bit easier. And be very careful with this last cut. We don't want to rip it. There's our L. So with this leftover yellow paper, we're going to draw a circle to make the lion's head. So what I like to do is kind of use my L to see how big I'm going to need to make my lion's head. So I'm gonna just trace kind of a circle around the top of my L. And you can make this as messy as you need to, because we can have a messy side for our head and just flip it over and we'll have a clean side. So this is my circle. I'll outline it so everyone can see on camera. Here is kind of the size of my lion's head. Hopefully this gives you a good idea of how to draw your circle. This is what I'm going to cut out. And like I said, it's okay if you get this side messy. A circle is the same on each side, so we can just flip it over and have a clean side. Here is my circle. See how this side is nice and clean and this side is all messy? There we go. There's our lion's head. And of course our lion needs some ears, so we can cut out 2 little baby circles for the ears. You can cut out triangles if you want. Really, whatever shape that you want is totally fine. I think that the lion looks super cute with circle ears, so I'm going to be cutting out circles. And you can just cut out from the leftover yellow that you have from your L. And these ears don't need to be perfect. They can be rectangles, they can be squares, they can be circles, triangles. I know last week we did a kitten craft and our kittens had triangle ears. So it's nice to kind of switch it up every once in a while. Okay, here's what we have so far. We have our L, and we have our lion's head and our lion's ears all cut out. Now we just need to cut out some orange for the mane of our lion. So I've got an orange paper here. And a fun fact about lions is that only the male lions have a mane. The female lions, like the mama lions, they don't have a big mane like the males. So that's how you can tell the difference between a boy lion and a girl lion. The boy lions all have lots of really dark fur around their neck. So we are going to make the lion's mane by just cutting out strips of paper. And what I like to do is just cut along this straight line of our paper. Just cut, cut, cut right down the side. And we get a really long strip. If you are having trouble cutting a straight line, you can try folding it first like this. Just fold over your paper, and then you'll have a nice straight line to cut from. And you can just keep folding. And the folded edges will give you a good guide on how to cut. Let me show you. See how we have those nice creases in our paper? Those can be a good guide to cut some straight lines. So I'm just going to cut. If you are having some trouble making your creases in your paper or just need some help making straight lines, definitely ask an adult for help. This can be a part where they kind of help you out, and you can glue these down. So cut, cut, cut. We're gonna need lots of straight strips of paper. So keep on cutting out your thin, long strips of paper. We're going to need lots. Cut, cut, cut. Okay, I think that's good enough. I cut out a majority of my paper. I cut out more than half. So let's get all of our strips together. And we're going to cut about this much off. We're going to cut, cut, cut. We're going to cut these in about 3 sections to make short enough strips for the lion's mane. So a good measuring tool is maybe cut out the length of your thumb. About this much. It could be like the length of your thumb, and obviously I have larger hands than you guys do, so maybe it'll be like the length of your pointer finger, about this size. And each strip, if you cut it like I did, each strip should make about 3 little rectangles like that. So just keep cutting. And it's okay if your little rectangles are different sizes, because we're gonna glue them down anyway and you won't even be able to tell if they're all different sizes. And a trick that I like to do is I'll pick up like 3 of my strips and I'll kind of like place them on top of each other. And then you can cut all 3 at the same time. And it makes it way faster. Okay, so now we should have a bunch of little rectangles like this size. And like I said, you can use your finger to measure how long that you want them to be. And now we are going to start gluing them. So grab your big circle that you made for your lion's head and take your 2 little ears that you cut out, whether they're circles or triangles, and we're going to glue our ears on. Great. Now we can start gluing on our mane. So whichever side you just glued your ears on, flip it over, and this is going to be your messy side. And we're going to put some glue on the back, and then we're going to start putting our little rectangles on the glue to make our lion's mane. See, just like this. We're gonna do glue and then place the rectangles on top of the glue. And you want to try and like follow the curve of this circle. Keep adding glue. And then put your rectangles on top of the glue. Glue, then rectangles. Glue. Then rectangles. Okay, let's see what we have so far. Let's flip it over carefully. This is what I have so far. I think that my lion needs just a few more rectangles to kind of fill out his mane. So I'm going to flip it back over and just keep on gluing in the spots that don't have a rectangle. Like right here could use one. Just kind of wherever there's like empty spaces. And you can cut out more rectangles if you need to. You can leave your lion's mane just like it is, or you could totally fill it up. So now I'm just adding one spot of glue at a time to kind of fill in the areas where my lion needs a little bit more hair. And like I said, this part is totally up to you. If you want to leave your lion just like it was, like with this sparse hair, that I think that looks great. But I want to show you the option of being able to fill it in too. So here is a few more pieces. I've got maybe some over here. Here. Whoa. Here. And I'm going to cut one more strip, maybe two more strips from my orange paper. Just to totally fill out my lion's mane. Cut as many strips as you need to. Let's see, over here can use one. Here. I'm gonna do about 3 more and then I'm gonna flip it over and see how it looks. Here. And maybe one here at the bottom. And the last one here at the top. And then I'm gonna see how it looks from the front. Here's what I have so far. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I love it. And if you've got some like super long pieces, you can always go back and cut them. But I think it looks really good having a little bit of variety in each piece looking a little bit different and kind of looks like real hair. So now let's give our lion a face and we can glue on the head. So our lion needs some eyes, a nose, and a mouth, maybe some sharp teeth, and definitely some whiskers, and maybe some hairy ears. Here's my lion face. If you wanted to maybe add some eyebrows and make him look angry, that would be really cool too. So now let's take our L and glue on our lion's head. Put lots and lots of glue at the top of the L. Lots. We're gonna need lots of support for this heavy lion's mane. And just place it right at the top. Press it down, and there you go. Here's our lion. Awesome job, guys. We made a little construction paper lion for the letter L. I love it. Okay, let's check on our handprint lion that we left to dry. And we can finish that one up. Okay, I got a messy glue stick. If your glue stick ever looks like this with the nasty chunks on the side, I like to just wipe it off with a baby wipe. Okay, so this is what we have for our handprint so far. I am going to take a black marker, and please ask mom and dad for help, or an adult for help if you're using a Sharpie like me. But we're going to add a face for our lion right up here, just like we did for our construction paper lion. He's got eyes, nose, and a mouth, and some ears. And how about some claws on his feet? Because lions are big cats. They have really sharp claws. Maybe some whiskers. Now we can finish up by adding a lion's mane with our orange paint. So I'm just going in with my finger here, and I'm just going to dot on the lion's mane with my finger. And you can use cotton balls or a paintbrush if you want. But I think it looks really cute with just the fingerprints. Okay, and maybe a little bit of orange on the tail. And there's our lion, friends. Don't forget to write your name at the bottom, and a good artist should always label their artwork. So I'm going to write my name, and you can ask an adult for help if you want to write your name too. So I'm writing Michelle. And let's label our artwork. This is a lion, L-I-O-N. And I'm going to underline the L. All right, my friends. So that is all I have for you guys today. I really hope that you enjoyed making this little lion craft with me. I had so much fun learning all about the letter L today with you guys. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that you have a really fun week doing all of our zoo and animal activities that we have planned for you guys. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see y'all next time at Get Your Play Online. Bye!